All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. Old school commentary video. All right, we even brought the do-rag back. If y'all didn't know, if y'all didn't watch it before back in the past, it's your boy Technically T, man, the tech dude with the do-rag. Let's go ahead and talk about some commentary. Now, if you don't know what my commentary videos consist of, it's just me talking to you about a product and we just rapping, all right? No B-roll, no fancy stuff, just talking about a particular product. And that's what we're doing when it comes to this iPhone Ultra. Now, no, this isn't the iPhone Ultra. Of course, I went to my 3D printer downstairs and printed out the latest iPhone Ultra, I guess, dummy unit, if you can call it. All right, even got a little creaky hinge. Now, we know it ain't gonna be sounding like that. And I got a pretty good 3D printer. Why in the world is my damn hinge sounding like this? But I just kind of want to give you my thoughts about the iPhone Ultra. This kind of came up on my live stream last night. So if you're not familiar, man, get checked in with my live streams. We usually do them once a week. We kind of been slacking a little bit, but we're gonna try to get back on board. And a lot of you were just like, yo, T, what do you feel about the iPhone Ultra? We know soon will be iPhone season, and am I going to go out there and pick up an iPhone Ultra? But I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this iPhone Ultra, especially for that price point. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, my history when it comes to foldable devices, I love the technology behind it, all right? I'm a true tech head. Although you may see my channel riddled with case accessories, I'm a tech head at heart. And of course, a foldable is gonna really reach my inner techie and bring it out because I love the foldable technology when it comes to foldables, man. Samsung, I had the Z Fold 6, 7, 5. I had just about the majority of them, and I love it, but there's that but factor when it comes to foldable. And I feel like I'm going to feel the same exact way when it comes to the iPhone Ultra. Now, you know, when it comes to foldable designs, there are going to be many different aspect ratios. There are going to be many different formats, layouts, you know. The iPhone Ultra is rumored to kind of have this small, fat type of design. And this is the design that I probably hate the most, all right? I'm a big component of something like a Z Fold 7, all right? I just love the way that does. Sure, do I like that display on the front to be a little bit bigger when it's closed? Absolutely. I want a little bit more functionality when it's closed, but when it opens up, it's absolutely amazing. But that's kind of where I kind of draw the line on foldable usage. All right. Now, when it comes to this right here, this is not going to be something that you're going to be able to use one hand, in my opinion. Now, once again, this is all speculation. None of us truly knows except John Prosser. I swear to goodness, that dude must have somebody that works for Apple, man. That dude is a menace when it comes to these rumors. But nobody knows what it's truly going to look like. But just say, for an example, that it was going to be set up like this. This is kind of a lot. I have big hands, but since it's so wide, to reach to the top in different areas kind of could be a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of a stretch, especially for people who are going to have smaller hands. All right. I just feel like that can be a little bit uncomfortable. And then when you open it up, okay, sure, this is going to be the money shot. This is where it's all going to happen when you open it up. But I feel like that's that healthy balance of wanting to do everything on the inside, on the outside screen without opening. All right. Remember, $2,500. We always got to remember that price point because when we're talking about that, functionality, in my opinion, has to make sense on all accounts. So 2,500, you want to use everything on the front display, but guess what? It seems to be a little bit more uncomfortable. So then what you're going to do, you're going to actually open it up, and then you're going to do things like that. But sometimes doing this feels a little bit too unwieldy. I always say for affordable, man, I love the opening it up aspect when I'm laying across the bed. I'm on the couch. I'm on somewhere in a stationary position where I can truly enjoy a huge open phablet type design. And then when I'm on the go, of course, it's going to be closed. I can run and gun and do everything on the front display. And I feel like that's kind of where that balance comes to be a little bit cumbersome when using a foldable. Now, when I say cumbersome, I don't really necessarily mean the size, because when they said when this thing folds open, it's going to be thinner than the iPhone Air, that, in my opinion, is absolutely insane. All right, to even think about. If you guys have it on the iPhone Air, I can't imagine much being thinner than that. So that's kind of what I'm super excited for when it comes to the foldable. But I feel like the balance of trying to get everything done on the front display, but it being maybe even a little too crimped. I mean, you think about it. This compared to a 18 Pro Max, well, basically they're gonna look just about the damn same. A 17 Pro Max. I mean, look at the space that we have compared to the real estate that we'll have on the actual iPhone Ultra. you're losing real estate. So therefore, you want to do most stuff on this, but say this just not enough space. You open it up, but then you can't walk around and kind of do everything while holding it open. That's kind of my thing with foldables. And then it results to me just doing more on the front display and not really utilizing the open display. That's kind of defeating the whole purpose, especially for a device that's $2,500 or whatever it's going to be, north of $2,000. I think where this thing will be now. Let's go ahead and talk about the shortcomings the iPhone Ultra is going to have. Because in my opinion, without some of these things, the Ultra price point, I mean, the Ultra naming is not really Ultra, all right? First things first, we got to have some MagSafe, okay? You guys know I love me some MagSafe. Every phone, I used to say every case needs MagSafe since we talk about accessories, and it does. Every case does need MagSafe. But every iPhone, 100%, needs to have MagSafe. And I know right now it's rumored to not have MagSafe. Now, of course, this could change, all right? I'm not like a rumor channel. This is just my raw thoughts about the iPhone Ultra. I hope it does have MagSafe because for 22, let's just say north of $2,000, this thing just needs to have a little bit of MagSafe. Now, Face ID. Face ID is something I've been just accustomed to using, all right? Boom, cutting it on. You know what I mean? Your Face ID, boom. Mine ain't working because and it's open, except it's not going right too because I have my different routine on, my different setting. But it just works. All right. Face ID, boom, all your apps, boom, it works. But in my opinion, I'm not mad at a fingerprint scanner. When it comes to Samsung devices, I love me a good, reliable fingerprint scanner. Now, as long as they got it in the right area, I feel like that'll be fine. But I guess it's so thin that you can't really put Face ID in there. You know what I mean? So that's going to be another thing. And battery life. How is battery life truly going to be on a device like this? Now, we know right now, Apple has figured out the battery life, man. The 17 Pro Max battery life is just absolutely insane. Although mine has kind of went in the toilet bowl here in the past couple weeks. Don't know what the world going on, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. But the battery, when it comes to this, of course, when it's affordable, they kind of have the whole split battery thing. So I'm interested to see what the battery life is going to be like on this iPhone Ultra. But for the most part, all right, I'm not sure what the cameras are going to have. Of sure, on this model, you see your little front display. They're going to have a camera right here, but on the inside, it's going to also have another camera right here. When it comes to the hinge, I have no doubt in my mind that that Apple will develop a hinge that's probably going to be the best on the market. I mean, hell, they've had how many years? 7 years to look at something like a Z Fold 7 or the Z Fold series to kind of develop a hinge. And that's not even talking about all the overseas manufacturers when it comes to Oppos and the Huawei's and all of those. We're not even talking about those. I'm pretty sure the hinge is going to be one of the best, and the crease is going to be probably non-existent when you're going to be looking at an iPhone Ultra, man. But I don't know what the cameras are going to be like. Are they going to be lacking with cameras? First gen products from Apple, I feel like usually has a little bit of lack when it comes to things like cameras and such like that. So my opinion on the iPhone Ultra, man, I'm just not 100% sure, especially with this design. I was hoping they were going to go with a design similar to a Z Fold series, giving you that candy bar, open it up. I just love that ratio. But also on the same hand, I've never tried a Pixel Fold out. I have not tried the foldables that have the short, stubbier form factor. I know a lot of people like this form factor. So it's something that I'm going to see once Apple gives us the keynote, the Apple event in September or whenever it is to get to showcase the new iPhones. I'm curious to the real design that we're going to get, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be something similar to this. And I'm just not sure about the real estate on this front display. But I feel like when you open it, I still feel like I guess you almost have to turn it sideways to kind of give yourself a little iPad mini type of feel. So that's just kind of my quick thoughts on how I feel about the iPhone Ultra, man. Just for 20 up north of $2,000. I've been hearing 2,400. I've seen 2,500, especially with all these prices that just jacked up at the time of this video when it comes to Apple, Xbox. Everybody are raising their prices. Where does that keep the Ultra? All right. Do you guys are going to let me know in the comment section, man. Start that conversation down below. Are you going to go out there and spend your hard-earned money? Why did I say it like that? Hard-earned money, your hard-earned money on something like an iPhone Ultra. I'm sure it's going to be a piece of jewelry just like the iPhone Air is. Once you got that iPhone Air in your hand, you were just like, this thing feels like an expensive piece of jewelry. It's going to be beautiful, and I'm pretty sure Apple is just going to make it look phenomenal when they do their keynote. Or are you going to keep it OG and just bring in something like the iPhone 18 Pro, tried and true, giving you those subtle improvements? And for that, standard price range of around $1,200, $1,300. It's a damn shame that we got to say that's standard price range when it comes to a device. So let me know down below, man. Just kind of want to hit you with a commentary video. If you like this style video, let me know in the comments. Also down below, hit that like button and hit that sub button, because we might start slowing down on case reviews and start talking a lot about this tech stuff, because I'm heavy into that as well. But I got to get in front of the camera and just talk about this tech stuff. All right. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. But if you're in accessories and this is your first time stopping through the channel, you may have an iPhone out there and you're like, you know what? This guy talks about accessories, but I'm gonna hit you with one of my most popular videos on my channel. I'm gonna hit you with the top 10 cases for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. So if you're thinking about that Ultra, but you ain't got it right now, you got your iPhone 17 Pro Max, make sure you hit that video and go look at my top 10 cases for that 17 Pro Max.